3, 2, 1, and we're live. Welcome back to our third episode of Switching Gears. We have two very loud guests because I'm trying to do our intro and they're talking. Appreciate that. I'm here with my co-host, Mr.
Jalen Houston. Glad to be back with you all for another one. It's going to be a very exciting episode.
We have a very interesting guest and a guest host you guys may recognize. So you want to introduce him?
Do we want to get into the shout-outs for the whole team, or do we want to just...
Nah. Let's go right into it.
Yeah,
baby.
let's
go
right
straight
into this one.
Today we're actually, sorry to interrupt you. Today we're actually, I know we spilled the tea on some episodes, but also we're gonna have very like knowledgeable, like you're gonna learn something at the end of the episode, and that's something we have someone here today who actually is very knowledgeable in his craft. Mm-hmm. Which is exercise and fitness and photography. So we're going to get a lot of information on that. I know I can use it 100% because I have a tough time working out.
And it's the end of the year. So we didn't think of a better time to do this for you guys. Try to end the year off right.
Big facts.
So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our special guest, photographer, celebrity trainer, personal trainer, Jose Fernandez.
What's up, guys? I appreciate the intro.
How you feeling, man?
Appreciate you guys for having me.
Yeah, facts, bro.
I'm feeling good, man. Excited to be here. So let's get the show going.
For those of you who don't know, I had to pester him.
He asked me, you guys, he asked me more than 10 times, and I said no. Yeah. No. He's like, you're going to do it, Jose. You're going to do it. You're going to kill it. I'm like, bro, I don't like being in front of the cameras. I don't like talking. It's not my thing. He insisted, So I guess, take this as a learning lesson. If you're never going to be comfortable being uncomfortable, you're not going to be successful.
Facts.
And today I'm very uncomfortable, but this is going to become very comfortable for me. And another thing on top of that, you got to have friends that motivate you, that push you and believe you to do certain things like this. So I appreciate you, Jalen, for getting me on.
I love that.
So
I put the heat already. Yo, cheers.
Hey, cheers, bro.
I love that.
Yo, Heike.
Yo, honestly, let's just end the podcast. Let's just end the podcast.
Heike, by the end of this podcast, Jalen is gonna have to roll his sleeves up anymore. Boy, you're gonna be big.
Oh my, wait, what?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
We also have our guest host on today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm Juice. Episode 3 of the podcast or of the vlog. Back here, episode 3 of the podcast. You know what it is.
That's
welcome, Juice.
That's crazy that it's not a beautiful, sophisticated young woman next to me.
It is.
I hope episode 4 there isn't a girl, because I'm gonna feel some type of way.
Yeah. We bamboozled him on this one.
He
sorry.
hasn't stopped talking about
Julie's my boy.
He hasn't stopped talking about this.
All right, so let's just jump on into it, man. So you already introduced yourself. So we already know, well, we don't know where you're from, where you grew up. So if you want to go ahead and let the people know really quick.
So I was born in Puerto Rico, and then when I was 3 years old, I moved to Miami.
Okay.
After I graduated high school, I did photography for 4 years. After that, I moved to Orlando and graduate Friday. My degree's in sports and exercise science. So,
right around the corner, baby. Congratulations.
Moving on to that next chapter, so.
Let's go.
Love it. Yo,
Yeah,
congratulations.
We're actually gonna be walking together on graduation.
That's crazy.
On Friday.
We just found out now.
Yeah,
we were
that's
just
crazy.
talking about it. You're like, yo, 9 a.m.? I'm like, yeah, 9 a.m. He's like, criminal justice. I'm like, sports science. He's like, that's not the same thing. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's 9 a.m.
It'll work.
It'll
We'll
work.
figure it out. All
right, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. So what are some of your hobbies? What do you consider hobbies that you enjoy doing on a day-to-day basis now?
I mean, traveling for me and experiencing new things, that's a hobby for me, The world is such a beautiful place, and sometimes, we kind of forget about that. We're in our own little bubble, we're in our own little world, and we kind of forget about, how beautiful and how great our world is. I've had the luxury of...
He has traveled a lot.
I've traveled a lot.
Can I name them for the people really quick?
We're gonna probably get into that later, but I've traveled a lot. And some of those trips, it's been rough because I camp on my trips,
Yes.
So we'll get into that later.
So what would you say is your current occupation right now? You're a freelance photographer. You're a personal celebrity trainer right now. What would you say that is?
Right now, I work at Total Athlete Training. I'm a coach. I deal with a lot of young athletes and high school athletes.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be done working there next week since I'm going to move to Miami. But it's been definitely.
I'm going back home.
I'm going back home.
Cheers.
Ready.
Back to Miami.
I need sunny weather. I need the beach. I need
The mommies.
I need high pace.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does.
All right, so what made you get into this scene of work? So photography and then personal training.
So I guess let's touch up on photography first.
Okay.
Photography so how photography started for me was I went to Black Friday and I went to Target and they were selling a T3 Canon Rebel and it cost $400 and I was debating. I was like, oh, let me buy this camera. So I bought the camera and I was trying to use it and I was like, dude, why? Can I curse?
Yes.
Yeah,
you can. Yes, you
Go
can.
ahead.
So I was like, why the fuck did I just spend $400 on a camera? So after a while,
That's usually how dreams start. Go
So
ahead.
after a while, I went to Miami Beach. I took a couple pictures, and it was during sunset. I was like, oh, these are some cool pictures. So at that time, I uploaded them to Instagram, and I got a couple likes and a couple comments, and I was like, oh, all right, like this could,
Feels good.
this is pretty dope.
Yeah.
I got a camera. People are digging what I'm doing. So then from there, it kind of just spiraled into a big thing. I just started traveling. I just started.
Got your Instagram up.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, for those of you who are not familiar with.
Oh, that's crazy.
Got you. I got you.
I'm gonna show you guys my favorite picture that I took. I think it was, I don't know, it'd probably say there. It was probably 2015. Keep scrolling down.
These are dope.
You feel me? I appreciate that, man.
Do you edit all of your photos yourself?
Yeah, I edit all my photos myself, man.
Yo, log in to continue. No, thank you.
Nah.
Just go back. Press circle.
All right, no. Some technical
Technical
difficulties.
difficulties.
Yeah, can we cut
Yo,
that out?
honestly, I'll just sign
Cut
it.
it out of here.
I hope I know my password.
Yeah.
You want me to do mine?
You know yours?
Yeah.
Dale.
Pass.
Yo, hey, honestly, hey, production team, y'all doing a horrible job. I need some napkins here.
Yeah, what's going on today?
What's going on
production
today,
team?
boys?
You guys are.
Nah, them boys are
dropping the
doing
ball
good.
Here.
Shout out to
All right,
Danny.
so-
Shout out to Max.
While we get that pulled up for your photography
Page.
how long would you say that it takes you to?
Wait, let me stop you. How did I get into fitness?
Well, no, before that, because that's gonna be a big
Yeah,
chunk of.
that's- we-
Because I actually have a lot of
we're
questions
I
about
thought
that.
All right,
But
we'll cut that off
I
till
do.
the
I
end.
do want to know. Here's a question I do want to know. What makes why did your photography page like I feel like everyone and their mother wants to be a photographer, right? How many photographers do you know? Like I know a bunch of. What makes your page what made you so much different than any other person?
It wasn't even different. Each picture that I took, there was a type of emotion behind it. I was living that moment. I was there. I was understanding man, it's a beautiful place and there's more to life and that I'm grateful to be able to experience these things. Some people are not, So I don't know, man. Photography for me was never a means to make money or a means to blow up my Instagram. It was just maybe me, a way to just relieve stress and just, man, I don't know. It was just something about it that has such an emotional connection with landscape and just traveling and
I like that.
Man, what's up with these microphones?
Pretty faulty.
I don't know. So it's just, I don't know. It's something that I love doing and that I love the post processing and
Tell
yeah.
me when to stop. Right here on the Instagram.
Keep
All right,
scrolling
we have it
down.
pulled up now. Let's go ahead and see.
Yeah, these are beautiful pictures, bro.
Keep scroll.
Oh, I like this one with the Duff.
For those of you who are listening to the audio, we're currently on Jose Fernandez's photography page. So definitely give that a look, man. It's really dope work that he creates all by himself.
You got to go towards. All right.
Definitely appreciate
See that
it.
blood moon right there? Right.
This one right here?
Yeah. So I stood in my balcony taking those pictures from, I think it was 9 p.m. to 5 a.m.
This is all you.
This is all me. I was just chilling on my balcony,
Wow.
And
that's
every
crazy.
3 hours, my alarm would ring, and I would go outside and take,
So you edited it together?
No, yeah, I edited it together, but that was when it was the blood moon and the super moon. It was kind of I don't know, it happens every, 50, 40 years. And yeah, man, I'm very pleased. I'm very proud of myself of that picture.
No,
if you go,
That's a lot of work.
I'll show you
yeah.
one more after that. That's just badass.
Bro, that was 4 years ago.
Yeah. These are my best pictures from back in the day, man. You would go right the middle one. No.
This one right here?
Yeah. I call it
The Miami skyline.
That's the Midas touch, man.
Oh, okay, the Midas touch.
Come on. So yeah, man.
Wait, is that where you live right there?
That's where I used to live. Yeah.
Yo, I live.
Shout-
He does though.
That way.
Right there.
Right over there.
Yo, man, that's awesome.
Yo,
man.
I see
That
this. I
really
see.
is cool.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh, that's me back in. I had a ponytail back.
You had the Vikings
Now,
haircut.
I have the Drake
That's
cut now,
dope.
but back in the day, I had the little ponytail.
It's
And
crazy, yo.
I had the braids there. Clearly, I go through a lot of, I switch up my hairstyle here and there. Oh, the braids.
I feel like as any artistic person would, right? You
Yeah,
have to express yourself somehow.
Somehow.
Yeah, typical Miami.
Where's this at? Oh, in Connecticut.
That's in Connecticut, yeah.
Wow, I love that. That's dope. That's more my vibe right there. Even though I'm Miami boy, I love the nature like that.
I love that, yo. So how long would you say it takes you to edit these photos? Bring them to life.
These pictures, man, they could take anywhere from, let's say, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes to a couple weeks. Some pictures,
that's a lot,
I may
man.
just
That
wait
really is a
on.
lot.
Some pictures, I don't feel it's, I'm not loving it. And maybe one day I come back and I retouch it a different way and I'm like, yo, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
you know?
facts.
So sometimes
Yeah,
it's
fuck that.
right there instant. I'm like, yo, this is the picture. Sometimes you have to wait and then, retract and then something will hit you and you're like, all right, let me go play with it. So, just enjoy the process.
Yeah, it's all about the process in life too, right?
Yeah.
You really gotta enjoy the process and where you're at.
I see you have some girls on here.
Yeah, going off to the next question. You want to go ahead and ask that, Slash?
I mean, so do you work with models or do they contact you? How does that work?
Because you really get some beautiful women on board, man. We gotta hear this.
So in 2017, when I was living in Miami before I came to UCF, I was working in this gallery. It's called Ganem Art. And I used to work with this artist. He's a very well-known artist in Miami named Homero Ganem. So Homero, what he would do is he would take a picture. I mean, he would have the storyboard, and he'll be like, Jose, this is the type of picture I want to take, and then he would freehand everything. So we would go out. So he would contact the models. So I would never have to contact any models. And basically, I would show up to the gallery, and then we would shoot. And for example, when the Jungle Book came out, we went to the Everglades. We did a shoot in the Everglades, and then he freehanded these elephants.
So what
and
is
snakes.
freehand for people who don't know?
Is
it like a painting or is it with photos?
No. Freehand is kind of like he just paints so let's say we print a 40 by 60 aluminum print of this model that we shot in the middle of the trees, right?
That makes sense. All
so
right.
then he already has the storyboard. All right, I'm going to put the elephants here. I'm going to put the snake here. I'm going to put these characters here.
I like
and
that.
he draws all that
Off
onto
the theme,
painting.
off the
Off
theme,
the
off
theme
the
theme
of whatever we're
Jungle
doing.
Book.
Yeah,
I
Wow,
got you.
that's talent. That's
So yeah, I mean, and also
You learn from this guy.
yeah, I mean, this guy was, he's very good at what he does and, very creative.
Facts.
Sometimes also models would hit me up, and I would charge them, and then they would leave me on red. But
Yo, if they gotta eat, you gotta eat too, Papa.
you feel me?
Yeah,
These
facts, though.
IG models make their money, through a lot of avenues, So they're eating on their end. I gotta eat on my end.
Facts.
Can't
We're
leave
hungry,
us out
baby.
the
We're
star.
hungry. We're hungry.
Yo, Julian, how you doing over there, bro?
Yeah, man.
Yo, I'm fantastic, baby.
Hey,
You know
Julian's
this.
Julian's a great co-host. I mean, I would have
Guest
I would've-
host.
The whole time he was like, "Yo, I thought I was gonna have a girl. Where's the biddies
I need
at?"
a
Blah, blah,
beautiful
blah.
woman by my side.
They-
Woman by my
They would have
side.
made me, perform a little better.
I
but-
told him, I was like, "Yo, I made 2 calls."
Yo, I like that shirt, by the way, man.
Thank you. Yo,
Louis
hey,
V. Rex.
BSR. This is my sister-in-law's
Yo,
company.
wait,
actually.
excuse me. You can't just do promos on my podcast like that.
Sorry, retake.
Nah, yo, look, his sister has a fire fashion company.
Yeah,
so you should
yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, that's really cool.
This is my sister-in-law's fashion company. She it's called BSR Street Couture, and it's fire. She sent me a box. I sent all my boys on it. It's on my Instagram. Follow it if you want, but we'll do more later. I don't want to.
Yo, can we have her on
Hey,
the
that's
on
a
the
real
podcast?
brother right
Huh?
there.
Yeah, can we
Can
actually
we?
bring her onto the
Dude, I was with
podcast?
her like yesterday. Yes, we can. She just moved up here, by the way.
Really?
Let's do
That'd
it.
be
She has her-
super cool.
She has her art factory up here too. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, facts. You should do
So, back to you.
Oh, man.
How often do you get paid to travel? Do you ever get paid to travel, or that's something you do on your own
No,
time?
so I don't get paid to travel. I haven't had that luxury yet. But I would go on these trips, and I would go with friends. So if you go, let's say I went to Iceland. I went with 2 of my buddies. So once let me see. There's a picture of Iceland. Oh, right there. Bruja Foss. That picture, Bruja Foss. That picture is just wow. So once you go on these trips with other people, you can split
crazy.
you can split the
that's
car.
nice.
You can you can split the rental. You can split the gas. You can split the hotel stay. You can split everything if you go with a group of people. That makes it more
Cost efficient.
Yeah, of course. The only thing you pay is either the flight and personal expenses there, and then that's how I've been lucky to go on so many trips. I have a lot of friends that love to travel, and they're like, Jose, I know you're a photographer. Let's ride here. And I'm like, bro, you love traveling. I know you're gonna find dope spots. And they're like, yo, just come and we'll take care of everything. I don't have to do nothing.
Yeah,
all I do is just come, bring my camera, and they're taking care of everything. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to Sanchez. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, facts. I love that. I love that. I need me some friends that take me on trips. Jalen.
Yo,
Come on, bro.
yo, we're in this together.
Jalen and Juice, take me on a trip. Bro.
Yo, watch out!
once we
You
get
remember
this
you
up
remember
and
Puerto
going,
Rico
we'll be
in
there.
April? Yeah.
Hey, why didn't you guys take me to Puerto Rico?
Because
Yo?
you weren't a part of us.
I was very jealous about that trip.
Yeah,
I wanted
hey,
to go to Puerto Rico.
Me and Jay went to Puerto
I
Rico. We were
wanted to-
roommates.
I
Yeah,
wanted
we're
to be
roommates.
We had a
cultured,
big
man.
fight like 2 nights in a row.
Of course.
Did we?
Yeah, you guys seem like you butt heads a lot.
Me and Julian, we never butt
No,
heads.
it never but hit. It was more like our girls wanted to do stuff, and then we were like, nah.
We're definitely not gonna get into this because I'm gonna get in some hot water. So
That's that tea right
cut
there.
that out. Let's get that out of here.
So how did you? Moving on. How did you get into personal training?
Growing up, my mom was a regional manager of Ladies of America. Ladies of America was just a woman, just for women.
Okay.
Gym was just for women.
I heard they're building a lot more of those.
No, it was in
nowadays,
Miami. It was
too.
definitely big, and my tia used to go there.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, for Hundo P, and
Ladies
then
of America?
turn it to Bally's,
okay.
Okay.
Come on now, come on now.
So I mean, my mom's been training her entire life. My dad is the real OG around here. My dad is the real celebrity trainer. Let's put that out there right now. Pops kind of he just showed me the way. My dad was a bodybuilder. My dad trained celebrities. My dad was on Telemundo.
Oh, for real.
So my dad,
He was the real deal then, for
Pops
real.
is the real deal. I'm following his footsteps. So Pops laid the foundation.
It's not a bad game.
And when I was young,
That's fine.
everybody would be like, Jose, you're going to be a trainer. My boys that played sports are like, Jose, you're going to do this. You're going to be a trainer. And it took me a while to really find my purpose, which was training when I got there. But
You have to find it like by yourself without like people like following your dad's footsteps or like
yeah,
people
because
telling you.
people
You have to find your own.
expect that I was just gonna do that, and I kind of just ran with it because I was young. I didn't know anybody.
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah, all right, Pops did it, I did it. So it took
Until you find your
trial
own
and tribulation
passion.
to figure
Yeah.
out what I want to
Facts.
do. And then one day it just clicked, and I was in Miami, and I was like, yo, I'm done with this. I'm gonna go to UCF. I'm gonna get my degree in sports exercise science, and I'm gonna really do this. 100%. I'm gonna do
Commit
what
to
I.
it.
Yeah. This is what I do. This is what I love. So Pops really helped me out.
Yo, side note, all that playing sports and stuff, Jose and I used to wrestle against each other.
That's
Back in high
crazy.
school.
Oh wow.
But
Yeah.
you didn't know each other.
We didn't. We like talked to each other. But all right, so I remember this one time we were both sitting in the lines. He was a 170 pounder. I was a 182 pounder. And
Is that like a big difference in weight class?
no? It's just one. It's
Oh,
just
okay,
one.
okay.
Yeah, it's just
I
one
didn't
weight
know.
class.
No.
It's 12 pounds. That's a lot of weight. 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 But like it was like 2 different weight classes. So it was like 170, 82, 95.
This is my
Okay.
senior year, I guess.
Yeah. This is my junior year. I'm a year younger than him.
Okay, so for sure.
So then I remember
This
like him and I.
story's authentic. You
Yeah,
can hear
this
that.
is real. Him and I used to talk. We used to talk, and then we went to the regional finals. So if you placed top 4 in the regionals, you went to states. This guy was like, "Yeah, bro, I shaved my entire body because I just want to be aerodynamic. I just want to be aerodynamic."
Wait,
for-
it's just wait.
I swear.
I know I'm gonna sound
swear
super
to you.
ignorant
No,
saying
I
this,
swear to you.
but does that actually work?
No. So
No,
look,
it doesn't.
Wait, I want to hear
I don't-
Jose
well,
because he's the one who did it.
Yeah. Like
Wait.
Well, he ended up going to state. He did good. yeah.
wait. First, I won regionals that year, which was my senior year.
He did.
Second, the reason I shaved is because you look more defined and you look.
Oh,
So you intimidated your opponent.
by looking hairless.
Yo, listen, I feel like y'all judging him. I feel like y'all judging him, but this
Hey.
shit, it works.
I look. Hey, my thighs. When I was watching, I was like, damn, I have some fucking huge thighs. But if I didn't shave, you would see hair and be like, no, it's not that defined. It was defined. I was,
Hey,
I like looking good, so I wrestle good.
I respect,
Plays
I
first.
respect the hustle, yo.
You look good. You feel good. Play
I
good.
respect the hustle.
Yo, the next week, guess what I did?
Did you take
shave my
after him?
entire body, bro? I was like, yo, I don't know his name, bro, but like, hey, I'm gonna shave everything on my body. There was a pile this big. My dad was hot because the toilet was clogged. Bobby, I'm sorry for clogging the toilet with my hairs. But you know, we gotta keep moving forward. You gotta blame Jose. And here it
I
is.
always use Nair too, and it was that wasn't always good, man.
Not me, bro. He was a
Doesn't Nair like burn?
It burned.
Bro.
My skin was super sensitive, and like I would use Nair, and sometimes I was like, you know what? No, we're done. I'll get the razor, and I'll be there for 2 hours, over 30 minutes. But
So
yeah, if you're a wrestler and you're watching this right now, yeah, shave your legs, shave your arm. Your arms are gonna look mad defined. Your legs are gonna look defined. Like, trust me, bro.
It won't make you aerodynamic though.
I mean,
sure.
there's no science to disprove it. I mean, it could.
You look good though. Look good, feel good, play good. You know what it is?
Definitely.
So back on topic. That was a good rabbit hole right there. But
Bro, it was like 2013, 2012.
Yeah, that was
Damn.
That was a minute.
We're
ago.
viejos, bro.
Old.
we are old, man. We're getting up there. So would you say that personal training is your passion? Would you consider that one of your passions? Something that you ultimately see yourself doing?
For sure. I mean, helping people, you know, with their health and living longer is definitely something I'm very passionate about, you know? Like, okay.
You want to ask him a question?
Jacob. So,
Yes.
so come over here. So I'm going to ask you a question.
Ask me a question.
If I were going to tell you, dude, I'm going to give you 4 years. Fuck that, man. I'm going to give you 6 years back of your life. You're going to die when you're 60. I'm going to give you 6 years. You're going to be living till you're 66. How much would you pay me for those extra 6 years?
Oh, that's a tough question.
How much?
I mean, I pay you a lot.
How much? Just give me like
Okay, give you a number. Let's see. Let's just
6 years.
6 years. I'd give you $1 million.
$1 million. Yet people nowadays, you know, they don't care about their body. They can be like, yo, I drink whatever. I put this into my body, and
By the way, stop juuling 2019, 2020, please.
Juuling's horrible. If you're gonna juul, you might as well smoke weed. That's my opinion on that. But back on what I'm about to
Respect. That's on you.
So yeah, man. So you're telling me you're gonna give me $1 million to give you 6 years back of your life, but people knowingly, like, you know, if you're watching this, like, you're juuling, you're putting all these chemicals into your body. You don't have the best diet, and really you're deteriorating your health. You know, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. You know, you're trying to live long. You're trying to see your family grow. You're trying to build your empire. And we're so young, we all think we're superhumans, and like once we get older, like cancer can't happen to me, or these types of diseases can't happen to me, and that shit's really real. People die from that. I mean, everybody here, even, you know, Max and Danny, I'm sure there's somebody, a relative that someone has gone through because of poor diet or, you know, poor decisions, you know. And this is all could be, I don't want to say it could be, it can be
Minimized?
Not minimized.
Avoided,
because some things are just natural. Some things just naturally happen. But if you're smart,
Genetics,
man, think about the long run.
line.
See what you're doing for your health, man. So I don't know. I just say that because
No, it's a good analogy.
Aren't you guys glad that?
No, honestly, it puts a.
it just makes you think a little bit
No,
more,
it does,
bro.
It puts a good perspective on, number one, how much personal trainers and dietitians and people who do these things, first, how much they're worth, right? Like what people think. Oh, he's just a personal trainer. I'll pay him this much. He's giving me some workouts, but like to you, it's more than that, right?
No,
to you, it's a lifestyle.
I'm giving you back years of your life, and
Facts.
you're paying not even. Let me say 10% of what you just told me.
Yeah, no, less.
Less than that.
Less.
But it's, you know, it's always, people always want to act when shit goes wrong. They want to be, I want to, you know, nah, man, you got to do that right now. You got to be self-disciplined. You got to put in that effort now when you're young, so you can see the benefits when you're older, and you can, you know.
I feel like this is like hitting me now. Like, so I feel like you said you weren't a good speaker. You actually are very eloquent. Like the way you like you describe like your passion and why you do it.
Word.
So do you think like when you like train people, do you also attack it like on a mental approach as well, like motivational or like help?
Is it
Like,
strictly
help
training?
I feel like a lot of people have insecurities that they deal with in terms of working out. Myself, I don't like to go to the gym. I feel like people are looking at me or I'm not lifting enough weight as the other guy is. Like, do you help people in that aspect as well? Like,
at the end of the day, man, when it comes to all that, I teach my clients, you know, this is why you're doing it, and these are the reasons behind it, and these are the benefits behind it. And at the end of the day, man, you can't be worried about other people. This is your health, man. Who cares about everybody else? You're going to the gym to better yourself and to, you know, to gain these benefits. And on top top of that, you're gonna look good. On top of that, you're gonna feel better. On top of that, there's so many benefits on that. So if that's really the problem, that you're not going to the gym because you feel A, you don't know what you're doing, B, you're scared of other people, C, you're intimidated, cool. Go to your living room. You have a house. Go on. There's so many free apps with free workouts that you can go in your living room, do a workout, no one sees you, and you put in that work, you know? So at the end of the day, people love making excuses, and this is why I don't do this, and this is why I don't do that. And at the end of the day, be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. Hold yourself accountable, and you know, train, exercise. It's good for you, man. I'm telling you, this is. I'm trying to make you live longer.
Yeah, wait. Last question before we hit up that topic is, this is actually something that so you said like anyone can work out in their house, or anyone can like find these apps, right? What makes what you provide a higher standard than doing that? Like what puts you in a different category? Like, let's say if I'm looking for a personal trainer, why hire Jose?
I mean,
what do you bring to the table?
I bring knowledge. I bring accountability. I'm going to hold you accountable to what you do, and I'm going to tell you and teach you why you should do certain things. You know, some people,
purpose behind it.
You know, yeah, of course, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to bash anybody, or you should pick me over, you know, anybody else. At the end of the day, you should be doing this for your house. You know, if you love how I train, how I move, and how I conduct myself as a personal trainer. Some people love how I am. I'm very charismatic. You know,
yeah,
I try to bring
humble.
I try to, you know, humble beginnings.
Yo, you're hired.
Hired. I try
hired.
You need one juice or what? You're a personal trainer.
I mean, I just.
No shots.
Don't pick anybody. I mean, I definitely I hold my clients to a higher, you know, standard. You know, I hold them accountable to what they do, and that's the best thing as a personal trainer. And then, you know, reaching their goals. When they reach their goals, you feel, you know, very proud of yourself. You know, like you did something and you're giving back. So, yeah, shout out to...
Yeah, I got your Instagram up here.
What's there?
Yo, follow his Instagram. It's the way of Jose. I like to play on words, so like whey protein.
Whey protein, baby.
That was clever.
You killed that one.
Who came up with that?
Oh, you know...
Are we saying?
Why'd
you put him on the hot seat?
Nah, we got to. Wait. That's an easy question, bro.
But I feel like you know...
I don't know. No, I really don't.
I do, so I just feel bad. Only because I asked him on the phone.
So
we won't talk about it if it is.
So I was thinking, so while I was transitioning into this, you know,
the fitness world,
I was like, man, what should my handle be? It has to be something clever. It has to be something good, something that people read and they're like, yo, that's dope. So I thought The Way of Jose, W-A-Y. So I put it in and it wasn't there. At the time, I was with my ex-girlfriend, and she was like, you know what? Why don't you put whey as in whey protein? So I was like, oh shit. Oh, let's.
Works.
So I put in The Way of Jose, and gave me the green mark, and I was like, let's go. So shout out to my ex for that.
By the way, that's fucking genius.
Yeah,
nobody would ever think of that.
No,
nobody.
That's one of a kind.
No,
for sure.
It's honestly like if I see that, I know exactly who it is, who you're talking
you
about.
You don't have to put like Way of Jose 1. You just have to put like The Way of Jose.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, that's you, bro.
If there's another Way of Jose too, man. Come on, bro. Ain't nobody gonna know who that is.
Yo, is this who's this right here?
Who's this guy over here? Who are you out here personal training?
Yeah, who's this guy, yo?
I know we say you're a celebrity trainer, but damn, bro.
That's the man himself. That's the GOAT himself.
Yo, I love it. We're talking about, for the people who don't know, I don't know if our followers, this is probably like, would you say one of the biggest Latino artists right now?
I would say definitely
like the biggest.
Number 2.
We're talking about the Maluma.
Mr. Hard Worker himself. I've seen it in action.
So how did you? So this is a video right here. If you want to zoom up to the TV, this is a video of Jose training Maluma, actually.
Yeah.
And
that morning
in Colombia. Isn't that Colombia?
Yeah. So
and I like how you explain to us what this means. The control his breathing.
So he would always just not breathe. I'm like, bro, breathe, bro. You know, if you breathe, you have greater flexibility and range of motion, less muscle tension, better posture. He would not breathe. And I'm like, bro, I would always tell him, like, Maluma, in through your nose, out through your mouth, bro.
What'd you call him? Did you call him Maluma or like you call him by his name?
His name is Juan Luis Maluma. You know, I call him both, depending on how I feel. Yeah.
Wait, how'd you meet him is the real question.
Yeah, facts. How do you get to this point right here? Because this is huge, bro.
So I think it was, man, when was this? 2015, 2014. I was laying in my dad's apartment, and then my dad walks in with him, but he was much younger at the time. And I'm like, who the hell is this random young dude with my dad tatted up? And then once you know, he introduced me, yo, it's Maluma, da da da. I was like, oh, cool. Then my dad, my dad pulls up a video, and it was like temperatura. La temperatura se busca, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's you? He's like, oh, yeah, that's me. I was like, oh. What's good? So he was like, yo, Jose, your dad's about to take me to, my dad's his original trainer. That's how I met Maluma. My dad's his like,
His like the GOAT trainer.
Yeah, the GOAT trainer, and then that's how I met him.
OG.
So he was like, yo, I'm going to the Key Biscayne Bridge. Do you want to come take some flicks with me? I was like, yeah, whatever. So I, went. I took some pictures of him, and then after that, he's like, bro, I'm doing my sophomore album. We're about to go to the studio. Would you like to come? And I was like, of course, yeah.
That's big.
Yo, that's crazy,
bro.
From there,
That
everything
is
kind
super
of just,
cool.
started growing. It became more of just like more of a friendship. I left the camera. We started working out, and yeah, man, this guy works his ass off. I ask him, like, bro, how do you not stop, bro? And he just loves working, man. He has a passion for this, and I mean, when you're passionate about something, you can go far. You got to believe in yourself, and this guy believes in himself. Clearly, that's why he's where he's at. But
that's huge, man. That's
crazy.
That's an awesome
that's the
story
homie,
for
man.
real. That's
Yo,
getting me
scroll up.
motivated right now.
Scroll up real quick.
Straight up, that's
Jay,
really-
scroll up real quick.
Yeah.
Right there. Click that right there with him with the red pants on.
Oh, that's Trey.
That's Trey. That's Tristan Hill.
Shout out to Trey.
Trey Hill,
Yeah,
man.
Trey.
You know who that is? That's my bro.
That's the second round
He
pick
played-
from the
yeah,
Dallas
second round
Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
bro.
Yeah.
Last year they didn't have a first round pick, so he was their second round pick.
He was
but that
basically
their
the first
one.
round pick. Yeah.
This guy right here?
Oh yeah,
Trey,
yeah.
yeah.
Me and Trey been boys since freshman year. He was like one of my best friends.
Yo,
freshman year.
so get him on the podcast.
Haha.
Hey, if you want, yo,
Hey, that's
Hey,
possible.
got Trey. You know what it is? It's Juice Daddy and Jose. You know what it is.
So yes, that's how I met Maluma, and
And you still work out with him, or I mean, he's busy. He's all over the world.
yeah, man, he's always busy. I mean, whenever our path meet up, it's like we just pick up where we left off, man. It's
I love that. That's dope.
That's a real bond, then, bro.
yeah,
Like,
for sure,
real.
man. He's definitely
It's like family.
He's also doing like a great thing for his
It's
country.
weird, man. People talk to me about him. I just think of him like that's my boy, but for other people,
No, I mean,
No,
from my
that's huge,
perspective,
bro.
like
Like, that's crazy. Like,
You
he's
have
an
to realize,
icon,
you have to
dude.
realize, like me and Julian have been vibing to this guy's music for years now.
For years, since
like,
I was a pledge and
I'm
stuff
talking,
like
I'm
that.
talking like for years. Like I've loved this guy's music, like his style, like what he emulates.
You went to his concert like 2 years
Bro,
ago.
of course I went to. I literally love Maluma, and like to you, it's like nonchalant, like he's like the boy. Like to me, like if I met him, like low key, like I would fangirl straight.
man, when I met him and I kind of saw his image and how he was going about things, I'll tell people, I'm like, bro, this guy's like the Justin Bieber in Spanish, but he's about to blow up. And people were like, nah, man. He's like, nah, I don't really vibe with him. And then 4 or 5 years later, he went from.
There's always those people, though.
When I met him, he had like 4 million followers. That man has 48 million followers nowadays.
No, the man, he's on a different spectrum than anyone.
That guy does not stop working, and it's it's crazy.
So it's safe to say, like, when you did work out with him, you didn't feel like starstruck or like pressured to like to perform. Like you just felt it was natural.
Nah, I never man. That's the homie and nothing. It's kind of just like me and Jalen. Like what's good, what's going on, is everything good? And he motivates me. So
I love it. Is there any other like big artists you've worked with, like that?
I've worked with Vibarco, which he's an upcoming artist. He's gonna blow up very soon. I said it now. Watch what Vibarco.
Vibarco, that's how you say it?
Look at these microphones. Yeah, he's gonna blow up soon. And I met him through Maluma, so it's about networking, meeting people, and leaving a good impression. So
So you're calling it right now. Vivaco is gonna blow up.
Of course.
Where's he from?
Hey, he's from Colombia, Medellin.
So I feel like that's
huge, man.
That's
Like,
huge. Yeah.
You've been coming up. You've been doing a lot. You've met a lot of great people. You've given us a lot of great insight. You've given the fans, the audience, a lot of great insight. So,
Before we close out, I know you're gonna close out. I have one last question.
Go ahead, do your thing,
what
bro.
What would you tell people who want to, like, let's say like for the average viewer, average American out there that's like, oh, or anyone worldwide, especially like Latino viewers are watching this because of Maluma or whatever. What advice would you give them? Because I know the New Year's coming up, which is why we wanted to do this. Like, and everyone always has a list.
Motivation.
Is I want to work out in the new year, and they never do. What's something that like you would tell your clients to motivate these people?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, just start. People that are always like, yo, Jose, what's the best, best workout plan? What's the best, supplement? There is no best. The best is whenever you start and you commit to something. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, that's when you're only gonna see.
Hey, you looking big, Jay. You looking big over there.
Yo, listen,
and that's it's as simple. Here's a magic recipe for you getting the body that you want. A, training. Does your training program, is it structured towards your goals? B, nutrition. Does your nutrition fit with your goals? Are you eating enough? Et cetera, et cetera. And C, recovery. Are you sleeping? Are you doing everything, that you have to do to make sure that you recover and, you're good to go on the next day? So those 3 things: training, nutrition, recovery. After that, man, that's the recipe for success. You got to start, man. If it's a 1 day of the week, cool. 1 day of the week. Next week, you go 2 days a week. Then after that, 3 days a week. Man, just start. Just get off the couch. Go for an hour.
Find me a brick wall right now.
Everybody wants a secret recipe. There is no secret recipe.
Hard work, baby.
Start. That's
really it, man.
But everybody wants, they want to find the shortcuts. In life, there's no shortcuts. Learn that right now in this podcast.
Quote. I was actually listening to Eric Thomas, the preacher. He's
I love Eric Thomas.
He's like, you all say that you want it, but you don't really want it. You just kind of want it. Like, you don't want it bad.
Is that the guy who said, when you want to succeed as
you
bad,
want to breathe, yeah,
bro, that's one of the most realest things I've ever heard in my life. Right. When you want to breathe as bad as you want to succeed, that's when you'll be successful. That gives me chills. I want to run through all these walls right now.
Yo, I'll be there to get the paramedics for you all when you don't succeed.
Listen. When Jalen said that we were gonna have motivational people on, like I didn't know how serious that was gonna be. And hey, Jose, I appreciate you coming on. Because
no, I appreciate you guys having me on, man.
That was a lot of great insight. How you like even though this is a quicker episode than usual because we're running out of time and we all have busy schedules and things we need to do. But I felt like I got like a really good insight into you, like into your business, and at the end there, like honestly, I literally got like I want to go to the gym right after this. I swear to God, like.
No.
Hey, seriously, bro.
I appreciate you guys having me on, man.
Before we close out, what's your like 5 to 10 year plan? If you had your dream job, your dream like goal, like.
Man, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have a gym. That's solidified. I'm gonna have a gym in Miami, and I want to branch out to New York and LA. But
okay, that's big.
I feel. I have a bigger purpose in life. If that means, revolutionizing the fitness industry or creating this business, I don't know. I don't want to just be a trainer. I want to give back towards the fitness community and create something that once I die, it carries on and there's, purpose on what I do and why I do it. So hopefully in 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, whenever it happens, it's going to happen. And I'm excited for the future.
I love it.
Yeah, we're so revved up right now, honestly. I'm speaking for all of us.
Yeah, I just love how when he first came on, he was like, bro, I don't want to do
super
this.
Nervous,
like,
super nervous.
Yo, I literally told Jalen more than 10 times, I don't want. I wish we could pull up the phone. I was like, yo, I don't want to do it.
I should have voice recorded it.
But I'm super glad that I did it.
Murdered it.
Jalen,
you had a time.
Like I said, get friends that motivate you, that push you, that believe in you, and you'll get far. You don't have friends like that. It's time to look for some other.
Jose, I'm sorry, I'm not the girl you wanted.
Julia, bro. He was like, bro,
I thought I was expecting a pretty girl.
Hopefully, episode 4, I don't want to see a girl, bro. I'm gonna feel some type of way.
He's gonna be upset. On that note, man, thank you guys for being on with us today. Thank you to the audience and the fans of Jose so far. Please go check out his personal fitness training, his photography work. It's huge. We're going to have all the show notes and descriptions down in the box. So be on the lookout for that. And I can't wait to see you guys next week, man. Keep killing it.
Subscribe, follow our Instagram, follow our Twitter, and have a blessed day, man. This is our last podcast until the new year, correct? We might have one more.
We may have one more. It's on the edge, but it'll be like a team one.
We'll see. But if not, have happy holidays, safe vacationing, and have a great new year. Like Jose said, this is the time to start. You just got to start. Just how we started this podcast, just how he started his business, just how Julian's going to be super successful in his life, like I always told him. So this is the time to do it, all right? Appreciate it, and
stay blessed, guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.